Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another fun video for you guys today, and this is our May Love Predictions video. So we are going to take a look and see what your love life has in store for you for the month of May. So we have 3 piles for you guys to select from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You guys can select based off of the crystal cards laid on top if you would like, or if you would like to, you can pause and meditate on which pile you are feeling most drawn to. Okay. As always, I will have the timestamps listed down below in the description box. So once you have selected your pile, you may go ahead and fast forward to your reading. Okay. So again, we have pile 1 with the Apache Tears crystal card, pile 2 with the Hematite crystal card, and pile number 3 with orange calcite crystal. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started with group number 1, and I will see you guys at your selection. All right, here we go. So we're going to move these guys off to the side, and we are going to begin with group number 1. So group 1, we're going to actually lay out all your cards today, and we're going to see what we have as far as your love goes for the month of May. So I'm just going to lay down. We've got reflection. Okay, so we'll go in depth as to what these say here in a moment. Let's see, you have throat chakra, solar plexus chakra, choose your battles, observe, seek the truth. Okay. Next we have all tied up, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, the temple path, we have I like you, lightning, the phoenix, and the runner. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at your romance angel. We have worth waiting for, unrequited love, and religious factors. Okay, and your tarot cards, we have 2 of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, 4 of Pentacles, okay, 8 of Cups, and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, all right, group 1. You guys have a lot going on here, so just want to take a look again to see what we've got. Okay, let's actually look at your tarot cards, I think, a little bit more in depth here. Sorry, I wish I kind of had like more space to where I could like zoom out a little bit more, but this is what we got. So okay, all right, so group 1. So what's interesting is with you guys, so let's start actually with the 2 of Swords here in reverse. So the 2 of Swords in reverse usually indicates that there could be a issue going on right now in a current relationship. And what this situation is that it's as if though there could be some miscommunication going on, or somebody could be at fault for something, but it's like no one's wanting to take the blame or admit their faults, if you will, or admit their wrongdoing. It's more so it's just like the energy just feels like stagnant, if you will, as if though I'm not going to address the elephant in a room, or I'm not going to say I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, that kind of a thing. So it doesn't seem like, there's a lot of love going on right now. And I hate to say that because, this is a love reading. And so I don't like, with when these kind of things pop up. So, okay, the Hierophant is interesting because this is more so kind of like, dealing with like religion or a, following like the status quo, if you will. So, if you have a belief system, or like, if religion is very important to you in your life, and as well as, maybe within your relationship, this could be stating that it is a factor, or maybe that's what you're turning to right now. Maybe you've been praying a lot or hoping for answers, or maybe the issues will resolve on their own. Another indication that I'm getting with this too is that maybe even though things have not necessarily been going the greatest at the moment, some of you may feel like you have to stay in the relationship because you're married, and therefore, you can't get divorced. It would look bad, or, whatever it may be. So it's almost like you're turning to or finding other reasons maybe to stay put, even though either you or both are just not happy in the current situation. And that Four of Pentacles, yeah, it's like you're holding on to something. You're really holding on to this relationship for possibly this reason, or just that belief that, well, I've put in time, or, this is what, we should be doing. Like, we should be together because we put in so much time in this relationship. What, I don't see myself moving on, like that's not an option, but that Eight of Cups does indicate that it is, you've exhausted all of your resources. It's time to maybe move on. For some of you, I feel like, you're digging your heels into the ground, not wanting to admit that, or admit that maybe it is time to move forward. Others might already be there. You guys might already know what I'm talking about. Like, what? Yeah, like I've already done all I can and it's just not working. Okay. And then that Three of Pentacles here in reverse usually indicates that, yeah, there's that, you need to move on, you need to move forward. But again, there's that whole digging your heels into the ground, just like refusing to move forward. So that's interesting. That seems to be the indication here as far as with the tarot cards. Yeah, like there's something going on. Somebody's not wanting to take responsibility for their actions, or for maybe something that they said, something that they did. Either they're trying to act like it didn't happen, or they're just, I don't know. Nobody's wanting to take responsibility. But I feel like you guys are doing anything and everything you can to hang on to this situation, but it doesn't seem like it's worth hanging on to. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at the rest that we have. Okay. So the other cards that you have, we have Choose Your Battles. So yeah, again, it would be wise if this, is a toxic relationship in the sense where you guys are maybe arguing a lot, just as a reminder to pick your battles. Like I'm getting this sense that you guys are drained emotionally. Like I feel, honestly, right now, I feel tired. Like I feel exhausted. And I would imagine for some of you guys, that's exactly how you're feeling. That's how you feel with this relationship. It's constantly like a roller coaster, like up and down, up and down. We have Seek the Truth. So this might be what you're trying to do, trying to seek the truth. Like, what is the truth of the situation? Some might not want to know. And if that's the case, then that's fine. But know that this won't continue if you don't have all the facts, or if you don't know truly where your feelings lie, where their feelings lie. You have to be able to, really pay attention and observe, their body language, the things that they're saying, the things that you're saying, how you feel. Like, you really have to pay attention to those things. And ultimately, at the end of the day, ask yourself, like, am I happy? Am I truly happy here? I think you might be surprised at the answer. Group 1. And then we have throat chakra and solar plexus. So when these cards come up, anytime that they're indicating like our chakras, that means because those are the areas in which you need to focus more on. So the throat chakra, having more of a voice, not being afraid to stand up for yourself and say what's on your mind or say what's in your heart. Be open, be honest, and tell this person, tell them how you feel. Like, you're making me feel this way, or I'm feeling this way because you're not addressing this situation, or whatever it may be. And if at the end of the day, you said all that you need to, and they have as well, and you still can't come to an agreement to where you guys can move forward together, then maybe that will then be the time where you guys realize, okay, it's time to go our separate ways. Okay. The solar plexus chakra. So this can also indicate too, that this is just listening more so to like your intuition. Okay. Like really listening to like your gut feeling, and knowing like, okay, is this worth it? Is this, what I need, to even put myself through. Okay. The solar plexus is really a state of, like I said, just really listening to yourself and reminding yourself that you are capable of doing anything. Okay. It's kind of like your willpower, your self-esteem, your inner confidence. Okay. So those are things to remember, like, especially when you're going through maybe this change in the relationship, like if you're dissolving the relationship or whatnot, remember your self-worth and your confidence through this time, because that can always be a little shaken. And so I think there's a reason why these two came out, because they're wanting you to remember to have your voice. Don't lose that. Okay. And also don't lose your self-confidence as well. Okay. All right. So we have, for your energy, we have all tied up. So yeah, this would make a lot of sense in the way that a lot of you might be feeling. You feel like really trapped, really tied up and confused, of like not knowing, what to do or how to get yourself out of this situation. Okay. The 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, has to deal with the crown chakra. So if you notice this crown up here, so that's really what it's emphasizing. So again, just really listening to your intuition at this time and paying attention to what, like I mentioned earlier with the solar plexus, like listening to your gut, like trust your instincts, trust your intuition. If you know deep down this doesn't feel right, listen to it. Okay. Listen to what your inner truth is trying to tell you. Okay. The temple path. So what's interesting about this card is a nice reminder that even though things might seem so out of sorts and you might feel lost, know that you are on the right path to where you are supposed to be. Okay. Sometimes in this life, we are meant to go through hurdles. We're meant to go through challenging and tough times. And even times that can shake us to our core. Okay. But in those times, they teach us something and we learn and we're able to move forward onto something better. Okay, so that card indicates that, again, you're just on the right path, even though this doesn't feel like it. And I'm so sorry, especially for a lot of you, if you're really hurting right now or in the moment, that it's not what you wanted it to be. Because I do get an indication that for some of you, you might be really hanging on or hoping that this will work out. But just know that, this is kind of meant to be, as far as maybe dissolving, in order for you to learn and to grow. Okay. All right. So let's look at your other cards that we have. So we have the runner. So this says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego, Interesting. So you or your partner could be the runner in this situation. So this is very much a codependent relationship. So fear of intimacy, listening more so to their ego, okay? Which is maybe what it feels like right now in the moment. We have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So yeah, so this definitely could either have been sudden, going definitely through some sort of transformation. We have I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. Okay, so see, you guys, there's some good news here, okay? Even though this relationship may end or may not have worked out the way that you wanted it to, know that there are other people who still find you attractive, who still desire you, who want to get to know you and maybe want to date you. Okay, so even though this did not work out the way that you were hoping it would, note that there is always a possibility to find the one, okay? This, unfortunately, maybe just not have been it. All right, then we have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Okay, so I feel like the Phoenix with this, what I love about it is, yeah, definitely a new phase, okay, a renew. Transformation you've gotten twice with that lightning and this card, okay, so you're definitely going to be going through a transformation here, okay, but I definitely feel like you are going to rise above the situation. That is what the Phoenix to me reminds me of, that you rise out of the ashes, and you come out better for it. So let's take a look at your other cards. We have religious factors. Okay, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so kind of like with that Hierophant card that we had over here. Where did it go? Yes. So like I mentioned, there could be for some of you, your religious factors coming into play here, which is why it's causing you to not want to maybe walk away so quickly, especially for those of you if you are married, and if your religion doesn't believe necessarily in divorce or things of that nature. So I can understand why that would be a reason for you to try to make this work or to try to hold on to it. But for others, it could just be the fact that you think that this is where you're supposed to be. Like, this is just how it is. You've been together for a long time. The next step should be you guys get married, have kids, all of that. But if you're at a point where things just aren't working, you don't see it ending as an option. Okay. And it just could be because of how you were raised. Okay. So those are things to consider with that. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, unfortunately, I do see that this just might not be the relationship that's meant for you in the long run. Okay. And worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So there is something worth waiting for, you guys. There is. Like I said, you have somebody who likes you. So I don't want you guys to give up or to feel discouraged. Like, you do have potential to be happy again, okay? And definitely with someone else who I think is going to appreciate you for you, okay? Let's take a look. We have, be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are your own reflection. Ooh, that's really powerful, okay? And it's funny, what do you have right behind it? You have reflection. Let's read that real quick. It says, give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah. So this is really a time to do some self-reflection for you guys, okay? Not only to reflect on, the relationship, maybe the ending, what worked, what didn't work. But I feel like this is also a really good time for you to, accept your part, in this relationship and work on yourself as to like what you don't want to bring into a next relationship. Okay. Maybe the way that this person has been making you feel, like if you've been constantly like arguing and nitpicking over certain things, obviously you don't want to bring that into another relationship. So this would be a really good time to self-reflect and to realize, like, you know what? I accept my part. I don't want to give it any more than what I've been giving to it, and I want to release it so that no longer comes with me into a new relationship. Okay. Next, we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yes, you guys definitely do. Like I said, just because this didn't necessarily work out the way that you were hoping it would, you do deserve love. You do deserve to be happy. Okay. So just remember that. And last, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yes. Okay. So group 1, the main message here is to really give yourself time to reflect, okay, to let go of any negativity, okay, from this situation. Obviously get out of the situation or move on from this situation, and know that you are capable and deserve love. Okay. Now, last but not least, I want to read to you guys what the relationship meaning is of the crystal here. It is the Apache Tears. And I just want to read because they do have a relationship section on there. So let's see. Okay. Oh, went past. Okay. So Apache Tears. So the essential meaning is letting go of grief, recovering from the past, releasing pain so old wounds can heal. How crazy is that? So yeah, so this right there, before you even knew it, if you selected this pile, you selected this for a reason. Okay. And I love when these really sink in together. So let's look at the relationship message. It says, often our purpose starts to reveal itself in time of rejection. As the conscious universe whispers, you will see this through a different set of eyes one day, I promise. Know that the conscious universe is lying with you even now, eagerly supporting you in your opening to the fulfillment and joy that you were born to feel. When Apache Tear Spirit appears, it is calling you to recognize that losses and even betrayals come bearing unexpected gifts. They can break your heart open and send you on a mission to live more fully, more lovingly, more meaningfully. Much goodness is coming your way. So hold on and hold fast the truth that you have a destiny unfolding before you. Yes. Okay. So right there, you guys, I hope that was a confirmation to you that this is going to get better for you in the long run. And I'm so sorry if you are hurting. I'm honestly giving you a huge hug right now, but know that things will work out for the better. Okay, so group 1, that was your reading. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys, if this did resonate with you. Also, if you are not subscribed and you are considering subscribing, please go ahead and do. And I would love to have you a part of our growing little family that we've got going on. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up as best I can so we can move on to our next group. All right. So group number 2, if you guys selected the hematite crystal card, this is your reading. So what we're actually going to do this time is we're actually going to lay out all of the cards and then we're going to go over everything together. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy off to the side for right now. So let's look at your cards. So you guys have new beginning, balance, manifesting miracles. Love that. Ooh, sexual union. Gotta love that. All right, next we have for your tarot cards, we have Queen of Pentacles, Judgment in reverse, the Star card, 8 of Cups in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Next we have Release, Blossom, okay, Trust, strengthening bonds. Okay, we have contract in reverse. Sorry, these are going to kind of overlap a little bit. Man holding a coin. Angel of balance in reverse. Okay. Next we have reconciliation. Okay. Attraction. Romantic feelings. And then we have passion. And the chaser. All right. So group 2. What have you got going on? Okay, let's look at your tarot cards first. I'm actually going to grab these. We're going to focus on them a little bit. Because we've got a lot of, we've got some attraction here. We definitely got some romantic feelings, new beginnings, blossoming. Okay, so you guys have definitely some positive cards here. But I really want to see what this chaser card is all about. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like Queen of Pentacles could definitely represent you watching right now. What I love about the Queen of Pentacles is she's kind of like, somebody who's got it together. She's, very well refined, very mature, but, very classy at the same time. She's got things in order. She's got finances in order. She's very well balanced. She's just somebody that knows what she wants and knows how to get it. I feel like she's more so someone who's, what would be like an ideal mate or an ideal person that somebody would want to go after, right? Just because they've got it all together, they've almost like got it figured out, right? But what's interesting is that the Judgment card here in reverse kind of tells me that, some things are a little bit out of sorts. Now, this could be an indication as to how you're feeling about something. This Eight of Cups here is really what's kind of standing out to me. So the Eight of Cups here in reverse indicates that even though it was time to maybe move on from a past relationship, so I feel like you're either second guessing or you're wondering like, should I have done more or could I have done more? So I don't know if there has been maybe a what's it called? Like if somebody has maybe either reached out to you, like an ex or somebody like, or maybe they're popping up on your feed and you're kind of seeing them a lot or whatever it may be. And maybe you're questioning like, well, did I do everything I was supposed to? Or like, did things, could I have done more, basically, is what I feel like for some of you, that could be an indication. Others that may just not be. It also just could be something that you're just going through your thoughts of like, well, do I regret, what I said? Do I regret what I did? Whether it's with somebody that you just met or with an ex, but I'm strongly getting the sense that it's with somebody that you knew or that you were with, because typically the Eight of Cups, talks about somebody like when you're in a relationship and you've exhausted all of your resources, like you've given everything you can, and then you just know it's not going to work. And so you move on. This is you like moving on, but you're, I don't want to say second guessing, but you're contemplating, like rethinking about like what happened. Okay. Now, what I love about the Star card is this is kind of like you trying to manifest, things into reality. So trying to maybe put yourself back out there and hoping to maybe meet someone, for those of you who are single, wanting to start a new relationship, or just like put yourself out there, to, like I said, to meet a a potential partner, right? But the Ace of Pentacles there in reverse kind of tells me that even though we've got this idea, or like, you know, you're wanting things to work out, you know, maybe with someone else, being in that reversal kind of tells me that, you know, so you haven't quite figured out what you want yet. Maybe what you want in a person, or maybe just like how, or like where to start if you want to join like a dating website, or if you want to, like, obviously now with everything going on, you really can't go out and meet someone. So pretty much online dating is going to be like the best bet, especially if you're still looking. You know, but there's definitely some things just kind of, you know, going on at the moment that are just kind of like you're trying to figure things out. Okay. But that Judgment there in the reverse, one thing I did want to mention too is that, you know, this can also be a time of you, like I said, being confused. So if you do feel confused as to maybe like why you're feeling this way with that Eight of Cups energy, you know, that could be an indication to us, or validating like your sense of confusion. Okay. Now I do want to look at the rest of your cards, because I feel like this will give us a better picture as to like what we're doing. So, okay, so we've got reconciliation. So for some of you, maybe you're considering reconciling with someone, or it's that someone from your past is returning to your life. So either you've reached out or they've reached out to you. You know, this could be just for some of you, not all of you. But somebody definitely, like I said, with that Eight of Cups in reverse, there's that contemplation of like, well, should I, you know, reach out to them? Should I give it another try or whatnot? So that's definitely, you know, a possibility. Then we've got attraction and romantic feelings. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so maybe there's still some romantic feelings left with that reconciliation. And attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, so again, there could just be some attraction there. But also those of you, if you're not dealing with like an ex, or if you're not dealing with somebody, you know, from the past, this very well could indicate to you meeting someone new. So, you know, definitely want to put that out there. Okay. So let's take a look over here. So we have man holding a coin. Now this is interesting because the man holding the coin can indicate somebody new coming into your life, somebody with, maybe they're pretty well off, or maybe you meet them at work. Okay. So this can be a strong indication that for those of you who are wanting to meet someone new, this could be the person. Okay. Contract. So contract in reverse means that you're waiting for something to resolve, okay? Or maybe you're just like waiting for things to kind of just work themselves out again, or just kind of like rebalance. And it's funny because you have the Angel of Balance. So things definitely seem a bit out of sorts in the moment, and it could just be your feelings. Like I said, like just those of you who are contemplating about maybe getting back together with an ex, or, you know, just reaching back out to them. Like you're just really unsure of how you're feeling at the moment. So that could be that indication there. Okay. Let's see. We have the strengthening bonds, trust, blossom, release. Okay. So release. I feel like this is releasing of any negative thoughts, any negative energy. Now, again, this could indicate releasing any of that from a previous relationship. So that way now you can then enter into a new relationship without harboring any negativity or any resentment from, you know, past hurt. Strengthening bonds. Now, what's interesting is that for those of you who are considering reconciling, this could be a time where you guys do maybe regain some trust, reset some boundaries here, and strengthen your bond. Maybe this time apart has done you some good, in both of you, in trying to really realize what it is that you want out of one another and in this relationship, what your expectations are. So in doing so, you know, have a better line of communication, your bond strengthens, you're able to, you know, establish trust, and blossom, you know, things will then grow from there. Okay. For those of you who are not, this doesn't speak to you, so it doesn't resonate with you as far as reconciliation. You guys, I feel like, you know, with this new person coming in, because for some of you, for sure, there is someone either from work or somebody possibly with, I hate to say with money, but, you know, they're well off financially. You know, this could be this new romance coming in. So, you know, definitely a blossoming of that. Okay. Let's look at your romance cards. We have new beginnings. So a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yes. So enjoy that. All right. Next we have balance. It says love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a lot of, you know, trying to regain a sense of balance here. So that could very well be, especially for those of you who are considering reconciling. Sexual union, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So yeah, I think there's some definite sexual chemistry between you two. And we have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Okay, love that. All right, let's look at your other cards we've got over here. So we have passion. So this says insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Yeah, so I think that speaks into that sexual union there we've got going on. And then we have the chaser. So chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Okay, interesting. So for some, not all, for some, because remember this is a general reading, but for some of you, I feel like this very well could indicate, you know, this past relationship here. So if your past relationship did feel very codependent like, this could be indicating that you or they were the chaser in the relationship. So you were the one or they were the one reaching out to the other because you have a fear of abandonment or they have a fear of abandonment, meaning like they don't want to let go. They don't want to you know, move on or to end the relationship because they felt very safe, very, you know, dependent on you or you on them, you know, whichever way it went. So that could be another indication. So whether that is you or that's them, that's one thing to either be cautious or aware of. Okay. All right. So last but not least, I do want to hit on what your crystal card meant. So you guys selected hematite. So there is a relationship meaning on there. So I do want to quickly read that for you guys. So we have the hematite. So the essential meaning is becoming grounded, getting back to earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. So you guys have like 3 balance here. So it's all about staying balanced. All right, relationship message. Love is a verb expressed through loving actions. Hematite spirit is calling you to take loving action today towards someone whom perhaps you have been taking for granted just a bit. It's much too easy to forget people's wonderful qualities and all they give us, for our brains are designed to pay more attention to problems and dangers. Make a point today of expressing love and appreciation to others for making love to your romantic partner, to offering a thank you to a neighbor, or doing something special for a friend. To say, I'm so glad you are in my life. Relationships are the foundations that support you in turbulent times. Nourish them today. Okay, so it's all about like nourishing that relationship. Okay, so group 2, that was your reading. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if any of this resonated with you. If anything stood out specifically to you guys. I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. I would love to have you a part of this ever-growing channel. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and clean up and we can move on to our final group. Okay, so group 3, if you guys selected the orange calcite crystal, this is your reading. So what we are going to do is we're actually going to lay out all of your cards today, and then we are going to take a look at everything together. Okay, so the first cards we have rest and reconsider, win or lose, embrace, opportunity beckons. Okay. Next we have magician in the mirror. Actually going to move this guy off to the side. Woman holding a coin. The world. Okay. Your tarot cards, we have Four of Cups, Two of Wands in reverse, the Star. You guys got a star card too. The Hierophant in reverse, and Six of Wands. Okay. Next we have soulmate. Love that. So we have another card here. Forgiveness. Okay. So you guys actually have 5. So we're going to read those here in a minute. Just trying to lay out all your cards. We have ascending. Okay. Love call. Sorry. Keys on a ring. Cassette. All right. And we have very soon. Ooh, okay. Flirt. Playfulness. And true love. Ooh, you guys have soulmate and true love. Okay, I'm excited for you guys, group 3. Let's take a look at what we have with your tarot cards, because I'm really curious to know what's going on. Okay, so group 3. I'm actually going to pick these up. I don't think I'm going to leave them on there because I kind of want to see everything else. Okay, so you guys, let's start with the Four of Cups. So Four of Cups, what's interesting about this is that this is basically showing that you've got some options here, okay? But I feel like your main focus is on the one, which, I mean, that's great. I mean, obviously we want the one, you know, if you're looking for love, obviously we hope it's, you know, the one, right? So, but the only thing is that I feel like you're also being kind of maybe a little distracted. You're so focused on one thing in particular that I feel like you might be missing out on other opportunities, and you might be surprised some of these opportunities might be exactly what it is that you're thinking of, or that maybe you're trying to manifest. Okay, so be a little cautious on that. I mean, obviously it's great to, you know, put this out into existence and to try to, you know, manifest, you know, the perfect person, right? However, I don't want you guys to get so caught up to where you ignore everything around you, because obviously you won't know until you get to know people, right? So definitely keep that in mind. You guys have the Two of Wands here in reverse. So the Two of Wands in reverse usually just kind of indicates, yeah, like there's that little bit of a standstill kind of a thing going on. Like, instead of like taking action, moving forward, you know, being aware of what's going on around you, it's like possibly from missed opportunities here. Okay. So we definitely don't want, you know, to do that there. I feel like Spirit is really wanting you guys to just kind of, like I said, pay attention to what's around you, you know, and not giving, like, you know, anything, letting any opportunity slip by. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for. I'm like, gosh, I always get so tongue tied, especially when it comes to like the last group. I'm always just like, like all the time. So I do apologize. Okay. But again, so with that Two of Wands though too, this can also be you limiting yourself as well. Okay. So like I said, you know, kind of going back to that Four of Cups, like if you're not, paying attention to the opportunities around you, you then limit yourself. You put limitations, right? So even though you've got, a vision or an idea as to like what you want, you obviously need to prioritize yourself, right? So you have all these possibilities and things in front of you, but don't let fear hold you back, or don't set limitations on yourself, from missing these opportunities, because that could also be another indication with that. All right. Now the Star card is a beautiful card because this is all about you, like manifesting, making things happen too, right? Like this is kind of like your wish fulfillment. So if you're, like I said, if you're seeking like the one, or if you're single and you're wanting to have, a relationship with someone, this is that time where I feel like your focus is going to be, where you're basically feeling inspired to actually get yourself or put yourself out there. Okay. And I feel like this is also a really good indication that you guys have a sense of confidence about yourself, or you're going to gain a sense of confidence about yourself. I feel like once you kind of get through this section of maybe limiting yourself, you'll be able to realize, you know what? I am going to be open to new opportunities. I am going to be open to new ideas. And that's where I feel like this sense of inner confidence will shine through, and that'll attract, other like-minded individuals. Okay. The Hierophant is interesting here in reverse because this is about you kind of going against the norm, right? So this could be you indicating like what you're looking for, somebody who's not what maybe others would typically expect you to be with. So maybe like a bit of a rebel, if you will. I feel like you kind of like maybe like the bad boy kind of thing. So that could be an indication. You want someone who maybe challenges things a little bit, makes it fun, makes it exciting. That's what I feel like you're more so looking towards. And what's nice with that Six of Wands is like, this is kind of like victory. Like, yes, you're gonna ultimately reach your goal. I feel like you guys will be meeting someone. Okay. So that is some good news right there. Now let's take a look at your other cards, because we have Rest and Reconsider. So Rest and Reconsider, I feel like really speaks to that Four of Cups energy. Okay. This is that time for you to really rest and consider what it is that you want, but also consider your options too. Okay. And not, be so quick to cast them aside. Okay. Win or lose. Now, win or lose, again, I feel like can speak to this Two of Wands energy of not being fearful of, these opportunities. There's going to be times where it's not, if you put yourself out there, just like with dating, some work, some don't. I mean, that's just part of life. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. It is what it is. But that's part of you finding what you like versus what you don't like. Okay. Embrace new opportunities, embrace these new, like I said, these opportunities, these new relationships. Okay. You never know what you're going to find, and you never know what's actually going to work for you or what's going to make you feel happy. Okay. Opportunity beckons. Yeah, you guys definitely have some opportunities available to you. It's just deciding which ones to take and to feel like, which, at what point do you feel comfortable enough within yourself to be like, yes, I'm going to pursue this, or no, I'm not. Okay. All right. Next let's take a look at your energy cards. So we have the World. I love this because this is like, the world is your oyster kind of a thing. And you, I think, are looking for someone to share your world with. Okay. So I feel like you guys definitely have potential to meet that person, definitely very soon. Woman holding a coin. I feel like this can either be you or the person, if you're seeking a woman, or if you are a woman watching this. Somebody who's got their finances in order, someone who's got, their stuff together. You're obviously not looking for someone to bring money onto the table, that kind of a thing. But I feel like it's a sense of security, somebody who kind of knows their worth. Okay. And I feel like if that's you specifically, like, you know what you're worth, you know what you're capable of offering to a partner. So I feel like that's just validation with that. And Magician in the Mirror. So this is all about manifesting and seeking your reality. Okay. So what I love about this is that this kind of reminds me of the Magician card. So you wanting to manifest this person, your ideal person, into reality, you are capable of doing that. You know your worth, you know what you want, and you know how to find it, kind of a thing. So it's just, not being so quick to turn people away. It's just, allowing yourself to get to know others. And like I said earlier, you never know who you might find the more you get to know them. So, all right, next we have your other cards. We have True Love. This says this is the romance of a lifetime. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys are definitely going to hit upon that. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of playfulness and fun with this person. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Lots of flirting. And very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yes. So kind of all about that manifestation, all about knowing what it is that you want, just so that way you can bring it into existence. I love that. Okay. Let's take a look at your other cards. So we have for Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So yeah, I feel like you're just ascending into your manifestation, into knowing what it is that you want in seeking a partner. Love Call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So yeah, this person might reach out to you. You might kind of know this person. That's exciting. Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Okay, now this is interesting. So for some of you, you could be thinking of someone else, or maybe someone that you could have been in a relationship with. So that is pretty interesting. You're just kind of replaying things of, maybe why it didn't work. Maybe that could be that sense of fear of maybe what's holding you back a little bit for some of you. Okay, about, getting into a new relationship. That can be a little fearful for some, especially if you were in a long relationship prior. Okay. Next, we have Keys on a Ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Okay. So yeah, you guys definitely have options available to you. You have obviously some decisions to make. However, you don't have to string anyone along. You don't have to do a one night stand if you don't want to. Okay. But you are you. Live your life. If you're happy, you're okay, you're safe, then hey, do you. But, those are just things that, can come up with that. So, all right, next we have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yeah, so this can speak to some of you guys if you were feeling a little nostalgic and just remembering a past relationship. Just remember that obviously you've now moved on. You can release that just so that way you can now find the one that you're looking for. Okay. We have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yeah, so I really think for some of you, yeah, there was definitely a relationship, possibly a long relationship that you had that ended. So for some of you, this could be why you're either being a little bit more particular, or you're being a little bit more fearful of jumping in and into a new relationship or just dating. Okay. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I love that. So again, just a reminder, just speaking to you personally, if you could do anything, what would that be? What would that look like? It's that same mindset too, as to well, if you could think of your perfect person, what would they look like? How would they look? How would they be? So it's kind of just speaking to manifestation. All right. And next we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Manifest. Look at that. Like I said, manifestation is really huge with you guys. Like I just getting that strong sense that you are on your path. You are manifesting this relationship to happen. So even though it might not have happened yet, or for some of you, maybe you've just started talking to this person, you are speaking this into existence. You are trying to make this happen. So you are capable of getting the relationship that you want. Okay. All right. Last I want to read for you guys is the orange calcite meaning, the essential meaning, as well as the relationship meaning. I find that with the other two groups, these were like spot on. Like it's really crazy, like how spot on these were, like to your guys's pile selection. So let's see what we got. So for orange calcite, it says creativity, the pleasure of birthing something new, sensuality, and sexuality. Ooh, so let's see, we have for relationship message. It is easy to tell yourself, I can't, instead of I can. You are meant to access the infinite possibilities that become evident as you start to channel creativity from the conscious universe. As you step into your creative self, you open up to new paths of relating to others and start to reshape your relationships in ways that make them even healthier and more satisfying. Partnerships evolve, and as your creative abilities are very powerful right now, look at how you may deepen intimacy through trust and be more playful and creative in your relationships. Love that. Okay, so yeah, you guys had some playful messages here earlier with the Romance Angel Oracle. So yeah, you guys, I'm really excited for you, group 3. I'm really hoping that this comes into fruition for you. Please let me know what you thought of today's reading, if any of this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Excuse me. And subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.